quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking.
Me and Brent again, back for another episode of Behind the Investigation. Today we'll be looking into a case from Londontown and Gardens, the William Brown house, was the main property on this location. It was a colonial home for the Revolutionary War. It was also a alms house in the late 1800s until it went into disarray until the 70s, and then the society took over and started to take care of everything again. This place was a massive complex. Brent caught some really good EVPs out in the graveyard with Ben, the turtle dove. Remember the turtle dove?
Yeah. Yep.
What's the turtle dove? So we're going to look into that case today. We got some good Echovox captures from the place. It was a very, very cool spot to land your investigation. I was extremely happy when we got it. I still remember, we remember this, Colton, my son, at his school, went there for a field trip one day. He signed up for it, and I'm sitting there signing the consent form. And I said, Londontown and Gardens, huh, bud? He's like, yeah, we're going there next week. I was like, I'll be there Saturday investigating. And he was like, what? No way. So, yeah. For those, again, that have subscribed to the channel, me and Brent say thank you, and
Thank you.
we appreciate it. For those that haven't, that this gets to, I suggest that you do it. Go ahead and subscribe because things are about to heat up. Me and Brent were just talking about some future investigation locations that just seem to be popping up, and confirmations are coming. Really good. And with the review that Brent has done on the last investigation, I will let him talk about that. Go ahead, give us some info on this.
Dude, we're not gonna give you big spoilers, but that was, you guys definitely.
Oh,
This is, you hit on some stuff that I was like, man, I'm not gonna say it's better than stuff we've captured in the past, but it's, I mean, every time I guess is like a little bit better, right? You're like, man, I'm so jealous that I wasn't there. It definitely. Well, let's put it this way: how many times did I hit you up in the middle of the night, like, dude?
I remember having when me and my son were driving down to Destin last week, me and Brent having a drunken conversation on the stairwell of the Days Inn in Trenton, Georgia, at 12 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Very, very excited.
Very excited. I was just fired up. I couldn't not give you a shout. So
I was fired up too. I mean, you got me fired up.
Yeah, that and I'm not even completely done. I have one more video to.
I'm not done.
You have one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got one more to do tonight, which I'm going to get to after this, and I'm stoked for it, and I'm ready to get the documentary put together. I think everybody's going to love it. And you got so much stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you're gonna be able to put it all in there, to be honest with you. So
I have to, like I said today, we're gonna have to do FaceTime, and you're gonna have to be right there with me as I'm. Hey, you want to put the in?
Yeah. What is it? How's this?
I have to put you on one of the tripods there.
There you go.
You see my screen.
Yeah. So yeah, good stuff. And it just, I mean, let it be a show to all the stuff that's out to unfold.
Oh yeah, there's some big things in the works here, peeps. Some big things. I am getting excited. very excited about these things. The possibility of the one investigation on a Civil War field hospital that nobody's ever investigated.
Dude, stuff like that. Yep. I'm ready.
When I talked to the woman this week, she said with our backgrounds and what we do during our day job,
Yeah, exactly.
the things that the people that we know in the history sector recommendation.
Yeah, all the recommendations. I mean, yeah.
She sees no problem with this happening.
Yep.
I just got to fill this paperwork out, get it in, get our permit, and set up a date, which I'm thinking October 30th,
Oh, perfect.
the day before Halloween. You go with that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited. That sounds great.
All right, so folks, we're going to get into some evidence clips. I hope everybody is enjoying these behind the investigations, because me and Brent are catching up. We're having a good time, and I hope everybody else is. But we're going to look into some echo box captures of this
Londontown. All right, so let's get into that. Do a little share screen here. Turn the volume up.
Mhm.
All right. So here we are getting to this William Brown house. This is from the public tour we did. And
Was this one from a public tour?
Yeah,
Oh,
my dad's in this one.
No, I
He's
mean,
actually in the video here.
He is, Mr. Ron.
So, all right, here we go.
Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking. Be quiet, stop walking. Somebody's talking.
Who's a minute?
You don't know about me and us.
Almost.
All right, I got to ask this because I don't remember. Do you remember? Yeah, you were really close there. And it's difficult to hear that when you're right in there, especially in that. I mean, it was so hard in that place to hear exactly what was being said. But do you remember what that was in response to? Because I do not. And I know when we cut these clips up,
This was
we didn't always do it.
There was no questions asked. This was.
It just started saying it.
I heard something move in that back corner, and I came back around from that back corner, and it just said that. Now, remember from the beginning of the episode, I said that this place was an almshouse.
Yep.
And this is actually the female dorm. The William Brown was the female dorm.
Yep.
Which leads into another clip later on in this episode. But I think this is some of the female occupants of this almshouse not happy with strange men asking them questions in their place.
Yeah, so I mean, we can speculate quite a bit. That's definitely. I mean, there's so many different possibilities here. What was being done? Because we asked so many questions.
Yeah.
So many questions are being asked. Period.
Yeah. These people, these spirits, they're sitting there like, who are these guys in my place? And why are they asking this question? Hold on a second. You don't know about that.
Yeah, you don't know about it. Yep. I will say, I know the video here is grainy and hard to make out. So give us some grace on that.
This was an old high-8 camera, if I remember correctly, and this was
these were
about 3 o'clock in the morning, so the IR lights are starting to die.
They're dying. I mean, there wasn't. Yeah, and the high-8s. Man, those high-8s were awesome. But
yeah, love them.
It's really not about what's in the scene. It's about what we're capturing audio in this. So yeah, so we'll keep going.
I just heard who is me and who is us. Who is it?
Do you remember how many people were here?
There was a few.
How many? I'm trying to remember how many different
There-
sessions we did.
You had a group upstairs, and I
Yep.
had a group down here.
That's right. We've split them up.
Our groups for the ghost tours, we had 5 people in each group.
Yeah.
And me and you and Ben and a docent.
Yep.
So
So you just heard. I just want to bring that up because people may have just heard voices in the background. This is a public ghost tour, so there are
those are
Yep.
living people.
those are living people. Or else we'd be having a whole other conversation like, did you hear that?
What is it we don't know?
Ben.
This is where
Let's just wonder.
this is where it gets deep.
I mean,
Where it
yeah,
gets
like
really deep.
you got to really like think about like, whoa, what is he?
Mhm.
That's why.
So, oh, dude. I mean, that's just weird to me. Like, what?
The dead being thinner. So
Dead being thin.
Courtney from Trinity, Paranormal Investigations out of Long Island, New York. If you haven't liked their channel, go ahead and like their channel.
Definitely.
Subscribe to it. They got some good
Watch
stuff.
it. Just get on there and check them out.
Yep.
Definitely subscribe.
Kat and Chris, they're good people. But I was talking with Courtney, and she asked, "What do you think that means?" And I had to really think about it because we never really came up with an explanation of that one. But what I think
Definitely
it
didn't.
means, all living persons, people, we emanate light. We have light that comes out of us. It has been scientifically proven that we emanate light. So when we die, is this thing telling us that our light gets thinner?
Is it saying light? I mean, in that case, I mean,
I mean,
you're losing
dead-
a ton of mass anyways.
Dead
You know?
being thinner. Dead being thinner. So light is life, right? Water, light, light. Dead being thinner is that light gone now? So that's what I was thinking. I mean, the whole phrase there, dead being thinner. It's open for interpretation.
It is. I can tell you right now.
It's like the Bible.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, though. Right, I'm ready to get thinner. Now, I don't want to die, but hey, at least I know when I do,
Well,
dropping some pounds.
believe me, after vacation last week, I can get better stuff. My doctor would be like, "What did you do?"
Yeah, you did what? I done told
Your
you.
diet.
I told you, skinless chicken. Look, all right. So in the comments, I really want to know what people's thoughts are on that. So
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's not just the dead getting thinner part. She's like, you don't know our dream, and then it goes into that the dead being thinner.
What do y'all think?
That's what you think. Let's interact with that. I mean, it's been years, and I don't know. I'm curious, and maybe someone else's theories will kind of spark some going in my head. But man, yeah, it's a deep one there. All right.
It's
Hey, this-
crystal clear what it says too. The dead.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it comes through crystal clear. So in the center there, that kind of pixelated skinny guy, that's my dad.
That's Mr. Rob.
We are something. Did you hear
Oh,
me?
Brent. Good
Did you hear
pickup.
me say, we are something? We are not alive, Joker. That's what it said. Oh, dude.
Mischievous. That's right. She likes to push things and tell people that she's coming on.
All right. So that right there, when you said she likes to push things, we've
I
had
know where you're going with.
we have had cameras moved.
Mhm.
We've had so much stuff happen.
At that place.
And actually, it's not in this video. We actually have, I think videos are posted on here where one of the camera that's watching our SLS actually gets shifted, and it's actually happened a couple times.
And
But
through the spirit box, it says push.
Yeah, not just push, but it starts talking about watch out, here she comes. There's like a warnings that start coming out from spirits, and whoever it is, she is mischievous, like you said.
We have not even begun to post the evidence that we captured from this place. There's so much stuff that I still have.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll work on a few more to get out from this place. We got a lot of EVP. So do you remember the one up in the tavern room? Remember, it used to be a 1700s tavern.
Oh, I remember the tavern room, but I'm trying to remember the.
And we had the static camera picked it up, and it said, "Sure, come on in." Remember that?
I actually don't remember that.
Oh, dude, that one is so good. It's like it was like a greeter. He's like, "Sure, come on in."
Okay. Now you got to post that one.
Oh yeah, well, I'll make it together. You gotta listen to that one, watch that one with headphones because the EVP is so low, but it's there.
All right,
Definitely there.
You actually made a good point there. Just said something there I think is a good point. And a lot of times I watch people's videos and I don't. So like I watch it on the TV or I watch it on my phone. And I know better. I know. Put the headphones on and listen. It's not always convenient to do that, but I will say, when you do, it makes you actually hear so much better what we're actually capturing, and it's not just us putting up, words that say, "Hey, look, it said something right here," and you're like, "Okay, well, cool then." But when you hear it, you're like, "Whoa, that is what it said," or maybe you'll hear something we didn't hear.
Well, that's why, I tell people all the time, because I hear this, I hear that, and I don't put it on there because we only put down what we agreed on, and I only put down what I hear. I know there's going to be other things that people pick up. Our ears all work differently.
Yeah, I mean, there was numerous times. I remember numerous times on multiple of our investigations where we go through review and you'd send me something. I'm like, dude, I don't hear it. I'm trying. I'm messing with this audio and I don't know what it is.
Like the video that I took from the Miller Farm for the Civil War battlefield session.
Oh,
The one from Miller Farm.
Is that the one with the wind? Was it?
No. This is. I don't even think you've watched this one yet.
Oh, okay.
But this, I asked what year it is, and if you have headphones on, it clearly states 1862.
Boom.
Clearly, and if anybody knows, the Battle of Antietam happened on September 18th, 1862.
And every schoolboy should know that.
If you put headphones on when it says 1862, you will hear it screaming.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm correcting myself. I'm starting to watch videos now with headphones on. Actually, Kevin's videos, I put headphones on for those, and it made a huge difference. I was like, oh, now I'm really hearing it. First, just watching it on my phone or the TV. So
Kevin's channel, Kevin Spirit Communication and Research. Give him a like. He is a ITC specialist. He's not an investigator, but he does ITC work. And we have a little surprise with Kevin coming up in the next few weeks. He's going to be on the show with us talking about ITC devices.
So stoked for that.
Kevin, he knows. I've told him plenty of times that he's an ITC wizard.
Yeah, he is. He definitely knows his stuff, and I'm ready to learn some stuff from him because I'm looking for us to actually implement some of the things he's doing. We've talked about it in upcoming investigations that I think are going to just take things to if there is a next level. Just open, all of this is opening ourselves up to ways to actually get
Evidence,
actual evidence. I made a comment that didn't show up, Jared, the one that I kept trying to post. And I said to him that, I don't look at any of this as like, this isn't proof. Like, hey, this one thing here is proof of anything. Because we're not trying to prove anything. But to me, as you get things and we're layering it up, it's evidence of a potential here that stacks up to, hey, this has a strong credibility of being something, some kind of spirit communication. So, you know, you want to call it proof, that's fine. Proof to me is something that you show to people to try and prove something.
Yep.
This is not, we're not trying to prove anything. We're showing evidence to there is something to ourselves. And this means of communication actually worked. You know, this, whatever it was, technology. So, I mean, but going to that, dude, we've gotten things that are just without any of this stuff. Just an EVP, just on a regular video camera or digital recorder, and it sounded like someone just
talked. Jared, please.
Dude, did you see him when you came down the steps of Benson Hammond?
Yeah. Oh,
Dude,
yeah. They definitely did, because my damn shirt moved.
And that girl's voice, like, did you see him? Anyways, all right, let's jump back to this. So, I don't even remember what it just said. Let's go.
Remember you said you were telling on somebody?
Oh, yep.
What's your name?
All right, I'm gonna comment on that. So odd light anomalies, I knock them out 99.99% of the time. Dusty here. It's odd. There are some. Dude. All right. Yep. Not trying to spoil her, but go into the investigation you did at Benson Hammond.
I sent it.
There are two in particular that I want to say no to so bad, just because I know there are some dust particles around, but they do not look like dust at all. And the way they move.
Tell you from that night, it was 82 degrees in that place, and there was no AC on, and there was no air movement whatsoever.
And
it was just dead and stagnant air.
And another point to make, that's not the only thing that can do this, because another thing that people, I notice a lot of people don't take into consideration, and us being, without giving too much away, video surveillance experts, subject matter experts, lens flare is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so lens flare can definitely show some wacky stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching, and there's nothing that I see that would produce lens flare in those scenes that you guys will see, because I guarantee it's going to make it to the documentary.
Because they turned on a flashlight as well.
Actually, in one of them the flashlight's on, the other one the flashlight's completely off. So it's not like
the one turns it off, and then the one turns it on.
It's wild.
These were captured during a flashlight session. So.
Yeah.
That's old school technology there.
Yeah. So this one here that we just saw, it is an anomaly, and that's what we call it.
It just caught the eye.
Yep.
No radio. You can clear box.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, what's up?
What? I'm like, what the hell is this? And then the clear box is turned off by itself.
Yeah. All right, so
You hear that little kid laughing?
Yeah, dude, that's creepy. That's creepy. So the spirit box down there, it was just do what?
That's not the first time we caught that laugh, though.
No, give a rundown on how we had the spirit box set up in that one.
All right, so our spirit box for the first half of our first few months of doing things organized, we had an SP7 detuned. Detuned means you open it up, you take out the antenna, throw it away.
Yep.
You can't get any radio signal.
The point is that when people use it, it's sweeping through
Mhm.
radio stations. You get, hey, hi, ooh, hey, whatever, and you can get something real quick.
This
You were
location,
eliminating that
Oh.
completely.
so this location is also
There you
along the South River, way back in the woods, in the basement of limestone walls.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
So any little blip isn't going to happen there. So what you're getting is true spirit voice, true spirit communication.
Yep.
And
There
by-
you go. So it's when you get to that level of understanding with it, these types of phrases that are coming through have a lot more weight to them.
Oh yeah.
So that's just really what I was trying to nail down with it.
Daddy's hand. What color are those? Who was that was moving over here?
All right, I'm gonna have a random a random thought or memory here. I remember actually taking still frames. This was not in the
Oh, I remember.
the
I know what
ghost
you're going to
tour.
say. I know what you're going to say. You thought it was an African woman.
Dude, I did. And wasn't it you in like a white hat backwards?
It was me in a hat. I was like, dude, that's me in a hat. What is wrong with you? You sent me the photo, like, look at this.
I was like, holy crap, dude, we got some big. Look at this.
What are you talking about? He's like,
That's me.
look
I
in the
looked at it
left
again.
hand corner in the back. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
me with my hat on, dude.
Ah, that's hilarious. I'm glad you remember that one.
So, yep, I knew what you were going to say before you even said it. See, that's how intense we are.
I know, brother. I know.
Who's moving? Who's moving?
Brian,
Yeah, I could laugh until something wants to come through.
Something's going on.
What'd you say, Echo Box? What?
Nothing's going through that echo box until something wants to go through.
Yep.
Brian, can you light my meter up a little higher? Can you go all the way over to the red side?
What did it say earlier?
I didn't hear you good.
What did it say earlier? Red?
Red.
Put it on the red. Yeah, you already knew that she wanted it on the red.
It won't hurt you, all you have to do is just get close to it. And all it does is light up, it does not hurt you in any way. That's Kathy's meter. Can you do my meter?
Was that her meter that was making that?
She had
Okay.
that ghost, you know the ghost meter? It's like a K2, but it's called the ghost meter. It makes that noise when it goes red.
Okay. Had a creepy factor?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Kathy. That's Kathy's meter that he turned red.
All right. So another thing I remember about there, this was not the ghost tours either. This was just when we were, soloing it with the docents and all. I think Amy and her husband were there, and
Yep.
somebody else. And we were all outside. We all took a break, went outside. Stuff was happening. This was like around the time when like the cameras were being moved and all
Mhm.
that. And I actually walked back into that kind of basement cellar area alone,
Mm-hmm.
and was sitting in there. And dude, so many things just came on me. I was like, whoa. And all I could think about was someone was like right behind. Like every time I'd like, whoa, someone's over here. So I'd back up to another side and just kind of sit around and was trying to talk. And it was like right back behind me again. I was like, oh, dude. And I had to leave. I was like, nope. All right, I'm going back outside.
There's so much history there. There's so much history there that there could be hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's
It would make sense actually that there is.
because it's the only
lot.
thing left.
Well, hold
The
on.
only thing
Didn't they
left in
find
the town.
bodies buried under some of the
Mhm.
the homes out there?
Yep.
Skeletons?
Yep. Underneath, they found 3 bodies, I think, underneath the visitors center.
Yep.
which they were buried with African American trinkets.
Yep.
So, with the things that were happening there, and
Yep. And so here's one for you, and I don't ever remember seeing anything from it. So this, we actually got covered out there by somebody. We got interviewed by somebody out there.
yeah, we did a investigation that was covered by the big local internet news around here, Anne Arundel First Alert. They're a huge internet news provider for this area. It's for the county. I think the Facebook page has 160,000 people following it. They got an internet following. But yeah, they followed us around one night. And, we got some pretty good things there as well.
Do you remember seeing what their production after that, what they produced? Because I actually don't.
I never got it.
Yeah. I don't
never
remember seeing
got to see
anything
what their
from that.
finished product was. I don't know what happened with it.
I can tell you one thing that I remember the most. It's the saddest thing to remember the most is one of the reporters that was there. I think she was in, I don't know if she was in training or whatever, but he was giving her pointers on someone. So she was interviewing me. And, like, the way she was interviewing was like, the microphone right up in my face, like, that's question to be like, and I was like, oh, hey.
Which leads me to this, Brent. I'm going to need some action photos from you because I was contacted by Paranormal Underground magazine that wants to feature us in their magazine. So I talked to Ed. Ed's going to send me some photos. You need to send me some photos if you have any left over. I'm going to send some. They want a photo of the team, and they want our background and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and answer all the questions, but Paranormal Underground magazine.
Right on.
That soon.
All right.
So Paranormal Playground, September 5th. I think I will be on her podcast for the Sunday spotlight. To give a like and a subscribe to that channel as well. Yeah.
And so you're gonna provide something so everybody knows where to tune in on that when the time comes.
Yeah, we'll keep on reminding. We'll have another BPI before that.
Okay.
Maybe hit on some of these private cases that we did. I still have the Anne Arundel County preschool that we haven't posted yet, so we got to look into too. But let's pull up another clip.
Yeah, let's go in here. All right, so let me get to this share screen again. Cool. Here we go. You want to lead us into this one, or just go ahead and play it?
Let's go ahead and play it.
All right, here we go. Let's get into this clip.
Talk with us.
Now this is big.
Tell me where we're at.
And I'll tell you why.
Susan?
Did you hear Susan? Didn't we get Susan the last time? Is Susan here?
Yeah.
Who's Susan? Is Susan a little girl?
Little girl.
Leah.
Are you happy here?
Nothing coming out.
I heard Susan when it first came on. Can you tell me the town that we're in through that device?
London. Dude, that was so clear. That was so clear. London.
So hold on.
All right.
Jared being stupid, probably around 2:00 in the morning, I forgot that Susan is Susan Brown,
Yeah.
the wife of William Brown, who owned the home. So what we captured there is possibly Mr. William telling his wife to tell us the town that we're in,
Yeah.
which back in colonial days wasn't called Londontown. It was called the Port of London because we weren't the USA then.
Yeah.
We were still Brent.
Yep.
Over here on that, it was the biggest port on this in Maryland. It was bigger than Annapolis at the time. But they called it the Port of London, and that's where all the goods from London would come in from. So that is a very profound clip.
It is, and I just want to touch on something else about the clip that we run into a lot. You've actually mentioned quite a few times just in these behind the investigations, and it's about like a controller spirit, someone that is
We've ran into
over everything. Yep, and
Mhm.
I think this backs up again that theory and understanding.
Mhm.
Anytime you get someone saying, "Hey, go ahead,"
Mhm.
or "Do not,"
Yep.
talk, do not, anything like that, and there you go, right there, Susan.
You got to think back in those days. Also, the man was the man, and
Yep.
the woman was the woman.
Yep. Yep. That's how it was.
That's a good one. That's a very good little clip for found to the area.
That London is so clear.
I mean, where's that going to come out of? That word's not programmed in there. So, I mean, possibly maybe little bits and pieces of it are, but for it to come out as the full word, London,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep.
Especially when we're at the
Excellent.
Port of London.
Exactly. And especially when you just said, do you know where what city we're in?
Yep. So, you want to share one more, or you want to?
Yeah, I say let's get a little one that gives a little attitude.
I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
All right.
These,
Let me get on that.
These almshouse spirits, they had some attitude.
Yeah, a couple of them did for sure. All right, share screen.
That's the first upload.
Yep.
There's, I got the number 2019.
2019.
2019, clear as day. Would they have numbers?
They have numbers.
No, they wouldn't
Because
have numbers.
they weren't patients.
They weren't patients.
No, they were here because they couldn't.
Let's hear it again.
Would they have numbers?
No,
No, they wouldn't
because
have numbers.
they weren't patients.
It said it twice.
No, they were here.
Listen to the conversation in the background. Like,
Would they
Yeah.
have numbers?
they're like disrespecting. They're just
Yeah.
disrespecting me. Would I have numbers?
Number? What are you talking about?
Would they have numbers?
No,
No, they wouldn't
because
have numbers.
they weren't patients.
They weren't. No, because they weren't.
No, they were here because they couldn't afford.
Would they have numbers? Hey, fuck you.
Hey, I have a name.
The nerve of you.
Exactly.
Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, Trinity Paranormal Investigations out of Long Island. Kevin, Spirit Communication and Research. There's a few other ones out there. Just go along and see the comments on there. There's a lot of people that are supporting us, and we appreciate it. But we're gonna end it tonight. It's getting a little bit long. We've had a good time so far. So for everybody out there in YouTube land, I'd like to say thank you again. And for me and Brent, you have a good time.
See you.